Now you've got cabin fever, you are stuck, you cannot get out, and you're halfway into your isolation. Actually, after 3 days, I'm going to go crazy, I know it. So you're missing your favorite Italian restaurant. Well, you're just going to have to put on your check tablecloth at home and bring out the wine, and you can have Italian at home, you know you can. So I'm going to teach you how to make gnocchi. You forgot to buy pasta, or you went to the supermarket, pasta has been clubbed, it's been sold out, everyone has taken, didn't even leave you one little noodle. So as long as you've got some flour, I've got flour and I've got potatoes.
Secret.
The secret to the perfect gnocchi is to bake your potatoes. Don't boil them because they get very, very waterlogged. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grate them. You grate those potatoes into a bowl, and we're going to use some flour. And we're going to use a little bit of egg, not too much, because I don't want it to be too wet, because I want it to hold together. There's a couple of ways that I do this. I do sometimes with ricotta, and sometimes I do it without ricotta. But today we're going to have potatoes, we're going to have the flour, the eggs, and we're going to have some spinaci. This spinach comes out of my garden. It's about the only thing that survived the drought. So being a clever woman and knowing that a lot of you ladies are being driven mad because you normally only spend the evenings with your man, well, this is not going to be my man, but it's a man. And I'm going to teach this man to make a dish for a lady who's going to say amen. I'm so happy to have a little bit of gnocchi with you. So I would like you a little bit back here, Geordie. So what Geordie's going to do is, you can pass me my little bag of Sasco flour there. Did you all manage to stockpile a bit of flour, or just get a little bit of flour? Oh my heavens. So Geordie, potatoes and the spinach. I'll do the dishes, darling, you do the stirring, okay? I love that, I love it. I love it when I get them young, because you know what they say, you can mold them. So some of that, and now let's just, are you happy with that? Would you like a wooden spoon?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure? And while Geordie is putting his gloves on, look at me, I can also do a clappy clappy. I'm going to put 1 egg in. If we need another one, we'll go for it, okay? And I'm going to add some flour. And then I'll add more flour as we go along. We'll just see about the consistency. Basically, all I'm trying to do here is just hold this potato together. Gnocchi's a little dumpling. You're my little dumpling, darling. I'm going to give you some salt. I'm going to give you some pepper. And you know what? I even like a little bit of nutmeg at times. You can keep going, Geordie. I love ground white pepper, but I mean, it's your choice. When you use black pepper, white pepper, ground, crushed, cracked, I don't mind. Whichever way you like it. How's that looking? It's coming together nicely. And then we're going to shape that into any shape. Some people do a sausage shape, and then they press it down with a fork. We're making balls. We're going to have one in this cheek and one in that cheek, okay? So you're going to make little gnocchi balls. Do you think I need some more wet, some more egg? We happy? Squish it nicely, my boy. Give it love. Look at that. You know what they say? Because I promise you we are sanitized, but they also say no glove, no love. Okay, so you have to wear that glove. Otherwise, your mouth won't love you. See what I'm saying? You've got to keep that food clean and hygienic. I think I'm going to start making the sauce. The beauty of this is, you're going to think I'm a crazy woman, but I often, okay, this is the one for me. Just come and have a look over here. This is my bag of tomato sauce, and I mean, this is literally, it's onions and it's celery, canned tomatoes, and tomato paste, not the puree, because the paste is the thick thing, the puree is a little bit more runny, and it gives it a lot of depth, and it's nice and concentrated. I make it, I blitz the living life out of it, and then I freeze it in little portions like this, so that at any point in time I can eat some pasta. So I'm going to sweat off some onions, just a little bit of oil. I'm going to use some bacon in this. If you're vegetarian or you prefer not to have any kind of bacon, you're welcome to just do it vegetarian style, bacon style, and That's my dog, that's Ogrish, and he is complaining bitterly because he loves bacon and he's not in the kitchen. Okay. Just bear in mind we've got a lot of onion in our sauce, so I'm not going to use too much. I'm going to take some mushrooms. We'll definitely be using some mushrooms. And I'm going to use some bacon. Just chop the bacon up. You can use back bacon, you can use shoulder bacon, you can use streaky bacon. Streaky bacon is quite fatty, so it's got a lot of flavor. And the one thing I'm very definitely not going to leave out is my garlic, okay? I've already chopped it up, as you can see. If you want to give your garlic a little bit more life, you can maybe just chop it up and stick it in the oil and in the fridge in some olive oil, a little bit of sunflower oil. But I love garlic. My family adore garlic, actually. So, now the bacon I'm going to put in now because I really want to make it sweat, okay? So in we go with this bacon, and it's going to impart a lovely saltiness, a really nice bit of smokiness, and it's going to carry the flavor a long way. So you don't need a lot of protein in this dish. A little bit is going to really, really go a long way. And then we're going to add the tomato sauce, and I'm going to put a little bit of mascarpone. I've got some beautiful mascarpone cheese here. Just have a look at this. Is like thick cream. Oh, do I want to make tiramisu or do I want to make pasta? I've only got one. Pasta wins over tiramisu any day. Okay, so we'll add that. Just smell. Now once again, we're cooking for texture. I'm not wanting my onions to cook down to nothing. I want to be able to bite them. Right? So now I'll add a little bit of basil now, and the rest I'll add at the end, because you always add soft herbs right at the end of the dish because you want the intensity, you want those beautiful volatile oils to still be living and alive, so that you can actually taste them once you pop the food into your mouth. But this is just going to infuse it just a little bit. This garlic. Oh wow. Can't go to the beauty salon, have a little bacon facial. But you should keep your distance. I'm cooking for my family. If I was cooking for you, I wouldn't put my face in this pan. Okay, this is starting to smell divine. I think a few more mushrooms. Mushrooms are lovely and porous, so don't ever wash them. If they look like they've got a bit of grit on them, just give them a little brush, okay? You want to brush them clean. And now I'm going to add the tomato sauce. Oh, look at that. This is really, really wonderful. I'm going to dip in again. I think I'm going to start, not black pepper, I'll use some ground pepper. I'll use some more of this. There we go. Oh, I love ground white pepper. Did I say that? Forgive me, I'm telling you again, I love it. Geordie, those are looking fabulous. I love that all his balls are almost the same size. I love it. Look at that. Nice. Thank you. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to just pop our flour there. The important thing now when you're cooking gnocchi is to put them into rapidly boiling water. You can never have enough water. In a pot, you need to put them in so that they don't touch. This is also kind of isolation, because if they start touching, what happens is the water, the temperature cools down. You want the gnocchi to sink to the bottom, and as it rises to the top, you take it out, bring it back to the boil and add some more. So let's do this like this. I love it because you know what? It goes bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. That's looking good. It's the same principle as when you're cooking pasta. Give it space, let it dance, let it do its thing, okay? This has got lots and lots of space. While they're doing their little ramba, I'm going to show you what we're going to do now with the sauce. I'm going to just bring your attention back to this. It's starting to catch a little bit, which makes me very happy, because now you've got the natural sugars caramelizing with the saltiness of the bacon. I'm in the bottom of the pan, and now I'm going to deglaze it. I'm going to just take the top of this off, And because we're all human, if this splatters all over, I told you I'm the one who's cleaning this kitchen. But here we go. Just, and then squeeze the last little drop of sauce. And now I want to just stir this in. Can you see it's getting hysterically happy to receive the following ingredient, which is going to be the mascarpone. Okay, I have got lots of garlic in there. You can always add garlic or chili, whatever you want to, at the table. Look at that. Just look at that. Happy. I put the lid on while you weren't watching, but you know what? When we're in the kitchen, I do that all the time when they're not watching. I do things like add lots of garlic to the dish and say I've only used 1 clove. But you can see now it has started to come to a beautiful rolling boil. But it's so exciting. Look at them. They're just like bloop, bloop. They're like little shrimp. Look at them. I love it. My sauce is ready. Yummy, yummy. Maybe let me just test that for a little bit of salt, because the bacon is very, very salty. Let's see how we go here. Oh, it smells good. My cameraman is going to love me, because I'm going to make him lunch, but it does need salt. Have you stocked up on salt? Because if you haven't, your food is going to be so bland. So the next time you go shopping, get salt, but can I get mine first? Okay. You need salt for your gnocchi, you need it for your pasta, your potatoes, your rice. That's the other thing you need to have. If you've got rice in your house, you will never starve. Oh, this is looking beautiful. Look, seriously people, potato, flour, egg, a little bit of spinach, you could put corn in it, you could put grated carrot, you could put grated butternut. That gnocchi can be anything you want it to be. Now look at that. That is absolutely divine. So now we're going to plate. My goodness, look at that. That is so ready to receive this sauce. Beautiful gnocchi balls. Just be a little bit patient. Don't be too keen to take them out too soon. Yummy. How about a bit of pecorino? You could actually grate a little bit of pecorino on there if you wanted to. You could put some parmesan, which is really nice. Let me bring this over here for you. Fresh basil leaves. And just pop them all over. There we go. We're going to just add this beautiful sauce. Now I've got some sauce left here for later. So what I'm going to do is just take that off. I've cooked some pasta. We're going to just use that same sauce on a little bit of pasta. Let me just grab some of this pasta out. Okay. That's for somebody who doesn't eat bacon. There we go. Just pop it onto your pasta. The sauce is beautiful on baked potatoes. There's just so much that you can do, and bring a little bit of Italian to your kitchen. Why don't we just very, very quickly, because it happens to be lying here, just have a look at this. You could take this potato and just squish it like so, and pop some of that lovely tomato sauce on it, and you have a nice light lunch. Because I know what's going to be happening while you're at home. You're going to be eating and eating and eating more than you've ever eaten before, because you're going to become bored. So plan your meals carefully. You can have a baked potato for lunch, you can have gnocchi for dinner, and maybe a little bit of pasta later. But one sauce, many applications.